Please welcome Adam Sidwell, founder and creative director of Future House Studios.
Hello. Hi, everyone. It's good to be here. My name is Adam Sidwell, and I am the founder and creative director of Future House Studios. And today I'm here to talk to you about the future of entertainment. It's here. It's happening right now. You can see I'm wearing this very cool sci-fi space goggles because Scott said, wear something cool, and that was the coolest thing I could think to wear. Right now, this is the Vive Flow, and it's a VR headset that has pass-through, which means that you can see the world around you, and then you can switch it to go back into VR. Things are happening right now that are gonna blow your mind. The board of Apple supposedly just met in secret and saw Apple's new mixed reality, augmented reality headset. Things are happening all over. There's a lot of secrets in the tech world that are going on that are gonna blow our minds because it's gonna change the way that we look at entertainment, and it's going to change the way that we interact with entertainment. So, to let you know who I am a little bit, this is my demo reel. When I would go get a job over the last 20 years and start working with a studio, I would play this because this is some of the work that I've done on movies like Tron, Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers, Marvel films, and all those various franchises, those little indie films you may never have heard of. I worked at places like Industrial Light and Magic, where they make Star Wars. I worked at Digital Domain, where they have created the Digital Humans Group, where they're dedicated to making photorealistic animated humans, and it's working. And I've worked at Weta Digital with Peter Jackson in New Zealand on King Kong. And I took all of the learning that I got from these places and I formed it together into a studio. I hired some of my old colleagues that have worked on some of these films. You know, we've got one of my buddies, Mike Rich, that is working with us at the studio. He's worked on, Star Wars films for the last 20 years. We have people from that have worked at Epic Games and Pixar and Disney, all gathering together to build the future of entertainment. So, first, I want to start off with this guy. Let's talk about the past of entertainment. This is Walt Disney, right? Of course. Now, sometimes when we look back and we see things in black and white, we think, those guys are old, those are has-beens, that's the way things were. But Walt Disney was an innovator, and the way he looked at entertainment, along with the 9 old men, one of which I think is actually from Utah. Let's just plug that there since we are talking about the state. The 9 old men developed some incredible things in animation. Walt himself took this thing, they were dealing with problems of depth in animation.
Of a piece of equipment.
Oh yeah, let's silence that. I just want you to see this picture. They were dealing with problems of depth in animation. Everything looked flat. If you moved toward the landscape, the moon would start to grow. And we know that the moon doesn't do that, it doesn't grow. And so he invented something called the multiplane camera, which would give us parallax. He invented the first cartoons with synchronized sound, which was an extremely difficult thing to do. He invented the first film in full color 3-strip Technicolor. That was a short film, Flowers and Trees. He invented the first full-length animation, which is, okay, oh good, somebody said that, Snow White, right? Snow White is the first full-length feature animated film. He invented the theme park. He invented and pioneered audio animatronics that we see in the theme parks today. This blew everyone's minds. It was like the beginnings of this new form of entertainment, and it was a re-envisioning of what was essentially the beginnings of metaverses, okay? So, the future, that was Walt. Walt would look at us today and he would say, let's get moving. Let's make more innovations. Let's keep moving forward. So let's talk about what that future is. But first, let's talk about Justin Bieber, Sonic the Hedgehog, and George W. Bush. Okay? What do these three characters or personas have in common? Hair. Somebody said hair. Yes. They all have hair. What else? They're male. That's true. They are male. They are male. These three characters, in the last year, we have actually put them into the metaverse in some form or another. And the list goes on and on. And in fact, this very week, George W. Bush is in a metaverse with a company called NICE, talking to a lot of people, and he's there right alongside George Clooney. So these things are happening, and they're happening on a bigger scale than I think what we see on the surface, and it's pretty wild and fun. So first, let's talk about Bieber a little bit. This is a concert that Wave, which is doing the cutting edge music concerts, put together.
You guys still having fun?
We'll have you watch
Put
this.
thumbs up if you're having a good time. Yes. So you guys can power me up. So make sure you do that. Go and power me up so I can get some more energy. Thank you guys for all the love. I love you guys. This is so fun. I love being able to do this with you guys. Chat's going crazy right now. I see Colombia, Brazil. Wow. Te amo.
Okay, let's talk about what happened there for a second. Because as you watch that video, you're like, oh, cool. Okay, but Justin Bieber was actually in a mocap suit, and he was performing live, and that motion was being transferred to his avatar, which you saw up there, which was being viewed by millions of people worldwide. And you saw those faces that appeared behind him on the dome. Those were all people on their webcams around the world watching this concert, who were then being streamed into this virtual concert. Basically, they took the problem that we had during COVID of, you can't get 30,000 or 60,000 people together, and instead, they made a virtual concert where millions of people across the globe could attend for free in order to see Justin Bieber. Now, you may ask, well, how is this different from just watching a video or seeing something on YouTube? Well, the fact is that there is a presence. Justin Bieber is there. He is live. He's communicating with the audience. And as you saw, he was asking the audience to communicate back to him. There were buttons that you could tap when you were witnessing this concert so that you could send light to Justin, so that you could interact and you could affect the outcome of the concert. This is not unlike the huge Travis Scott concert in Fortnite that we saw, that was fantastic and amazing and unprecedented. It changed the way that people view virtual entertainment. So let's look at a little bit about how this concert went down, some of the things that were happening.
Never let go. Everybody needs somebody to wake up to when everyone's gone. So if you need me, then you got me. I'll be the shoulder you cry on. Everybody needs somebody.
Okay, let's pause that for a second. Awesome. Okay, so a couple things were going on there. Our team worked for months and months to build out that concert and support Wave on making that concert a reality. But when you look at it, you see, this virtual world that was built, and you see Bieber up there dancing as he's being live motion captured, and then you see those hearts. What was significant about the hearts? Did anybody catch the detail? Names, okay? Why does that matter? Real world interaction, right? Because the name on the heart, when that's your name, that matters to you, right? You're there in the concert. You feel like you're participating because you did something in that concert, and you matter. You know, I remember it was something like the year 2006 when Time Magazine said, the person of the year is, and they had a mirror on the front of the magazine, and they said the person of the year is you. Because we have evolved to the point where we can all interact and take part of the conversation. That's what's happening here. Okay, there's new things happening in the world of music, but this is also going to apply to games and all over the place. And this was when I came across this last week, a few days ago, just yesterday. I was at the Niantic Lightship Summit, which is the makers of Pokemon Go in San Francisco. They brought all the minds together who were working on this augmented reality technology. And there was a company I came across here that was really interesting called Pixelinks. Let's play that. So this technology is really cool because it's starting to break down, just like this headset, it's starting to break down the barriers between virtual reality and what we do on our browser and what we do on our phone with augmented reality in the world around us. With this Pixelinks, you're actually going to be able to create and leave things in the world, and it will be tie into discovering new artists, new music. You'll be able to create and sell NFTs so that people can discover what you're doing. And I think that's what's the exciting thing about the future of entertainment, is that we are all participating. We are making things and we are trading them with others, and it's continuing the conversation and making it cyclical. In fact, at Future House, we just helped to build out something called Future Fest. Is Stephen Yang here? Stephen, oh, over here. Stephen, stand up, wave. Stephen is the CEO of Future Fest, which is a really cool virtual entertainment thing, and you got to go talk to him afterward. Thanks, Stephen. They just did a concert for Cascade, the world famous EDM artist. Anyone listen to Cascade? Yes? Okay, awesome. Cascade, he was in this concert, and it was like you were a robot and you were running around, and the ticket was an NFT, and you got an NFT and you got to interact, and it was like a game. And they're going to be continuing to do innovative things in the concert space so that you can feel like you're there. Okay, by the way, as I'm talking about all this, if you guys have a question, just stop me, because I want to hear about what you guys want to talk about too. This is a conversation. If there's something that comes to mind, or there's something that you want to bring up. Okay, so we're going beyond traditional TV and games and film, and into a way that is going to break all those paradigms. So even just about 2 weeks ago, we built out in the office parking lot a giant mash of ice cream. You know, this is some of the augmented reality technology that is available, where you can actually just throw ice cream, and with friends, it's multiplayer. And this is some of what Lightship, which is a Niantic platform, is making available, and some of the things that you're able to develop out there. Okay, the AR tech is pretty amazing. We also built out something called Duel of Wizards, and let's see, can we play this? Okay, yeah. So Duel of Wizards, you see right here, this is detecting with computer vision and semantics the sky, the trees, and rocks around you to give you different types of magic, right? So the computer vision is able to tell us what is in our environment, and we're able to react to this. And what's cool is, with these platforms and some of this technology, we were able to build this app out in just a matter of weeks. And it's significant because we are going to be very, very aware of all of the world around us in a contextual way, right? The games that we play will be contextual. Our apps and our mobile games and our augmented reality will be very aware of what's happening in this conference center. Some of these scans and some of this tech is getting us down to the millimeter. You can see Google just released their Maps API for open world detection that makes art more interactive, makes games more interactive, so you can do things like this. This is cool, and this is happening right now. They've actually taken their 3D scans and they've built out models of everything, things across the globe. So the future of entertainment is going to have a couple of things in it. It's going to have presence, it's going to have interoperability, it's going to have identity, it's going to be mutable, and we're going to have ownership of it, okay? So the future of entertainment, it's the metaverse, right? These are the exact same things that are important parts of a true metaverse. Like, these are the definitions of what will give us a metaverse. And I'll go through these right now because this is significant as to what our future is going to be, from casual to in-depth experiences, right? We may be in headset for 2 hours, or we may be playing something on our phone for 1 minute. This is all part of it. Okay, so interoperability. You see, there's going to be a lot of metaverses emerging. Lego and Epic Games with Fortnite. There's the Facebook Horizons. There's the Wendy's verse. Has anyone heard of the Wendy's verse? Yeah, of course. You have to have a metaverse if you're Wendy's, right? But Wendy's knew something. They knew that this was fascinating to people, and they knew that people were intrigued, and they knew how to engage people. And it was fun, okay? There's things like the Justin Bieber concert. There's Sandbox. Okay, I just gotta know, who here has actually been in Sandbox? Has anyone? Okay, a couple of you. Okay, wait, here's what I have to know too. Who here owns a VR headset? Who has been in VR? Okay, now, put your hands down. Don't be ashamed of this, but who has never done VR? Okay, see that? There's a lot of hands, right? There's a lot of hands. Like, we talk about the metaverse, we talk about VR so much, but there's so many of us who've just never tried it before. Okay, so come to the Future House Studios Gaming Lounge. We'll set you up. We'll make sure that nobody leaves this conference without having tried VR and thinking about the implications for the future. There's some really cool stuff going on. Okay, so there's Decentraland. There's all of these things, but I'm gonna tell you that, if they're all walled gardens, it's not gonna be the fun that it could be if we make these metaverses interoperable. Okay, we wanna be able to walk between metaverses. We wanna be able to explore them. We wanna be able to figure out how that's going we want to be able to figure out how that's going to work, and we want to be able to feel like this is a real open world. Just like I can drive from Draper to West Jordan, right? Can you imagine though if I had to go through borders every time, and I had to do a border patrol check every time I went from city to city? That would be insane. It would ruin travel, and it would make it very, very unexciting, very, very uninteresting, because it would just be too hard. So let's make this metaverse interoperable. This is what's going to make it exciting. In fact, I'm telling you that I want to make the metaverse interoperable so bad that here's something that I would love to see happen. I think this is the group to make this happen. I want to get 12 brands together who are dedicated to putting their customers and their fans inside a metaverse, much like the Wendy's metaverse, right? 12 brands come to me, and if we can get 12 brands together and they can have us build them metaverses, we will make them interoperable so that you can walk between metaverses. And what I want to do is I personally, in Future House Studios, we will give away a Tesla inside a Ready Player One Gunter-style egg hunt, okay? Does anybody want to win that Tesla? Right? Yes, question. Oh, you want to win the Tesla? Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So he wants to win the Tesla, and I heard other people want to win the Tesla. Okay, so here's what we have to do. And this is how we're going to revolutionize the metaverse, is we need to find 12 brands. We need to get them together. We need to build this metaverse. We will build that for them, and we will make it all interoperable, and they will hide keys in each one of these metaverses. And so you'll have to go around and find the 12 keys. We're gonna make it easy so that you can interface with this through the web or through your headset. And then you find the 12 keys, and once you've found the 12 keys, if you're the first one to find the 12 keys, you will be the winner of the Tesla. Who wants to make this happen? Who's with me? Let's do this, right? Okay? He's gonna fund it? Okay, you're gonna help fund it. He's gonna help fund it. So that's what we've gotta do, is this is the way, because I will tell you that, like, if you see an ad on Facebook or Instagram about a brand, you're like, okay, that's cool. But if you see an ad that takes you in to a place where you're engaging and you're building like your own custom, Wendy's hamburger, or you're building your own custom Mac, or you're building something and you're interacting with others who are also there and you've had a good time, you're going to remember it, 100% more than if you just saw an ad and clicked on something, right? That's the power of why these brands are building those things, because they're driving engagement. Hey, there's identity, right? We've got all these NFTs going on. Like, everybody is into NFTs, and I know we had this major crash and we had this big problem. There's a Space Plus one right there, at the bottom, Space Plus. That's locally grown. So all of these NFTs, we can have an identity, and we can see where, if we can take that identity and go across these metaverses and preserve who we are, that's going to be the future, because we will be invested in it. Okay, I'm going to tell you, this is a node graph that explains some of the technical challenges behind doing that. Let me just say this, it's hard, right? There's some things to handle there, from taking things from Unity into Unreal or into Sandbox. Like, these are all different technologies, and it's hard. Right now it's a dream, but it can be done, okay? All right, this is the Bored Ape Yacht Club reveal of Other Side. Can we have sound on this, actually? Okay, thank you.
You know the day destroys the night. Night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there. We can't still recall the time we cried. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side.
Was that awesome? In order to produce animation of this quality, often you had to go, begging to one of the 4 studios that was buying animation and have them fund your project. But here we're seeing that this whole world is broken open, and you're finding that sources of creativity are coming from NFTs. They're coming from new places that allow new ideas to be formed and new stories to be told. And that's pretty cool. Okay, you see there's some interesting things happening in this decentralized world. You have like Angel Studios, who is decentralizing the way that stories are told. You have Legion M Entertainment, which is also very similar. You have Mila Kunis, who says, guess what, guys? I'm gonna give you guys, we're gonna have an NFT collection, And all the holders of the NFT are going to determine the plot of this TV series. Like, there are some weird, wacky, fun things happening, and I don't know how that's gonna turn out. That might be really cool, or it might be really bad, and it might turn out that maybe all those people are gonna make bad decisions, or maybe they'll make good ones. Let's see what happens, right? You have people who are owning these NFTs making changes in the final outcome. Okay, this is the Metaverse panel. Guys, come see that. We're hosting Metaverse panels every month. I'll post on LinkedIn about it, but you gotta come to those. You're gonna have influencers in the Metaverse, like London. Is London Laz here? Maybe not, yeah? Okay, doing things in the Metaverse, being part of that. Okay, so this is the office. Now I wanna talk about this because we're bridging real world and we're bridging Metaverse things. So we have a small office that we put together. You know, this is kind of the interior, it's not much, right? But that's all we need because we are a studio truly built in the Metaverse with our headquarters here in Utah. But then we have people from Los Angeles to New York, all over the globe that are working and building these kinds of experiences that I've showed you today. Now this is what's interesting, is we're actually going to take this office and digitize it and set it up so that everybody can enter that place in their headset, because the common thing that we hear from people that we're working with is, hey, I wanna meet the rest of you. Like, I wanna be there. I wanna have this presence. I wanna be in the same place as you, right? So these things matter to us, and they matter to everybody, and that's why everyone is seeking for these kinds of experiences where you can have presence. So we're gonna digitize this office, and we're gonna make it so that everybody can come together, but this is what's really cool, is today, I'm gonna tell you about this because this is, see my clicker's working here. More stars shining, there we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is to truly make this physical piece of real estate a metaverse place. We are going to take the Future House Studios office and make it the first ever real estate office space on the blockchain. It is now going to be an NFT, okay? What this means for all of us, and what this means for me, is that I can go into my MetaMask wallet and actually own real estate in my wallet and then say, oh, do you want to buy this real estate? Here you go, and transfer it right there. So Ephraim, raise your hand here. Ephraim is part of the legal team that's helping set this up. He's got a whole group of developers that make this happen. But this is cool because for all of us, the transfer of assets doesn't have to be this big, difficult process, right? We are going to be using the blockchain technology all around us, and this is one of those cases. Okay, so let me see. Contact me on LinkedIn, find me, add me, come talk to me afterward. We're going to change the world, and we're going to change the face of how we consume stories, and we're going to tell stories in the metaverse together. Okay, I want to leave you with one last video. This is something really cool that I want to share. Oh, this is end of slideshow. Never mind. Maybe I'm not. Okay, here we go.